You can't love a ghost, they told her. But what if the ghost was the only one who ever truly saw her? The first time Emily felt the presence, it was a whisper in the silence, soft, aching, like a memory trying to be remembered. She was only 16, sitting alone in her grandmother's decaying Victorian manor after her parents' sudden death in a car crash. The house, inherited by bloodline, stood at the edge of a fog-draped forest in Maine. Locals called it cursed. Emily just called it home. The whisper came again the next night. She thought it was the wind. But then came the music. A melancholy piano tune, notes she didn't know yet, still brought tears to her eyes. Her grandmother, old and sharp-eyed, warned her. There's love in this house, but not the kind you want. Be careful what you let into your heart. But Emily was already lonely. Already broken. So when the mirror in her bedroom fogged up and the words "You're not alone" appeared on it, she didn't run. She stayed. Over the next weeks, the presence became more real. At first, just music and shadows. Then glimpses a boy no older than her, standing in the hallways, eyes like autumn rain, full of longing. He never spoke aloud, but his thoughts poured into her dreams. His name was Adrian. He had lived in the house over 100 years ago, the youngest son of a wealthy family. Killed in a fire that ravaged the East Wing, he had remained behind, tethered by something unfulfilled. Desire. Love unspoken. A heart that died without ever being known. And now, through Emily, that love stirred again. Every night, they met in that liminal place between dream and waking. He danced with her in the ballroom where his ashes once fell. He showed her how he used to play piano, his fingers ghosting over hers to teach her notes. She laughed for the first time since her parents died. She cried when he did, hearing of the way his family had never found his body, how his story had vanished like smoke. She wasn't afraid. She was alive. But others noticed the change. Her best friend, Lily, begged her to move out. You're falling in love with a ghost, Em. That's not healing. That's hiding. The truth cut deeper than she expected. But she couldn't give him up. Not after everything. The turning point came one night when Emily, finally brave enough, asked Adrian a question that haunted her more than he ever could. What happens if I stay here? With you? His gaze faltered. The walls groaned. You won't stay human forever, he whispered. She froze. This house, it keeps you. If you love me fully, if you give yourself over. She already knew. She would become like him, trapped. A soul caught in longing. It was never meant to be a forever. Only a bridge. But how do you say goodbye to the only soul that's loved you without judgment? Emily spent days in silence. The music stopped. The air turned colder. Then, one final night, he appeared again, brighter, sadder. He held her face in ghostly hands. You brought me peace. I thought I wanted love, but what I needed was to be remembered. Tears slipped down her cheeks. And you brought me back to life. He smiled. Then, he began to fade. Live, Em. For both of us. And just like that, he was gone. Emily left the house a month later. She sold it to preservationists, making sure his memory would live in more than shadows. She moved to New York, became a music therapist, and played the piano every day. The same tune he once played for her in dreams. She loved again. She laughed. She built a life. But every now and then, when the autumn wind stirred the trees, and the light caught the mirror just right, she would see a flicker. A whisper. You're not alone. And she would smile, not with sorrow, but gratitude. Because the heart doesn't forget the ones who showed it how to feel again.